అభి గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ చెప్పనా గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ క్లాస్ Welcome to Target Khakhi, and this is Srinivas, Biology Department. Actually, yesterday we discussed about the respiration. What is the difference between respiration and breathing? We already discussed that also. Now today we are going to discuss some definitions about respiration. Okay, na? Again, respiration. What is respiration? The energy releasing system is called respiration, or the process of releasing energy is called respiration. Okay, next, another definition you can guess. What is that? If you want to have another definition, then you can see how the energy will be released, from our body. So the oxygen should combine with our food, what we are eating. It should combine. Oxygen should combine. So the combining of oxygen with food molecules is called respiration. First definition is the energy releasing system is called respiration. Next, another one is the process of releasing energy by the combination of oxygen with the food molecules. Okay, the combination of oxygen with food molecules to release energy is called respiration. Or the process of breaking down of glucose molecules, the process of breaking down of glucose molecules to release energy is called respiration. So up to now I told you minimum 3 definitions. Understand? Energy releasing system is called respiration, or the process of combining oxygen with food molecules is called to release energy is called respiration, or the complete breakdown of glucose molecule to release energy is called respiration. Let us see. Digestive system, next respiratory system. Digestive system, respiratory system. Digestive system contains food, because in digestive system food will be digested. Next, respiratory system contains what we are breathing in, that is nothing but oxygen. Okay, so this food and oxygen combines. The food and oxygen combines and releases food plus oxygen, give rise to lot of energy plus carbon dioxide plus water plus heat. Understood? Digestive system is related to our food, what we are eating food, what we are taking food inside our body. But respiratory system is related to breathing in gases, nothing but oxygen. When oxygen combines with food, we call as oxidation process. When oxygen combines with food, we call as oxidation process. So food plus oxygen. Food combines with oxygen and releases energy, lot of energy along with carbon dioxide as a waste product or byproduct. Next, water in the form of water vapor, and next, heat energy also liberated. Understand? Now this one we can write in the form of equation, that is food plus oxygen during respiration give rise to carbon dioxide plus water in the form of water vapor plus heat plus more amount of energy. More amount of energy is released. Okay, more amount of energy is released during respiration, and these are nothing but the byproducts. What are the byproducts released? Carbon dioxide, CO2, H2O, water, next heat in the form of sweat, and energy. This energy we are utilizing in different ways to do any work. To do any work we are using energy in different ways, for lifting any heavy loads, or for running, for jogging, for doing exercises, or for weightlifting. Okay, na? These are all, etc. Right? But actually, what is respiration? Respiration is needed compulsory in our daily life, in the real life. How digestion is important, I told you in nutrition topic, but this is respiration topic. Is respiration important in our daily life or real life situations, and how it is useful? Actually, what is respiration? Okay, what is respiration? The respiration is the word which came from Latin word, nothing but Latin word, derived from Latin word, nothing but respire. Respire means to breathe. Respire means to breathe. Respire means to breathe. Next, actually we are breathing air daily. Okay, na? We are breathing air daily only to survive properly and to release energy from our body. Nothing but that is only respiration what we are dealing now. But air is a mixture of gases. Air is a mixture of gases. Then what gases we are taking in and what gases we are giving out, we have to see now. Oxygen, nitrogen, oxygen we are breathing 21%. This is inhaled air, this is exhaled air. This is inhaled air. Okay? Oxygen in inhaled air 21% only from the atmosphere, but we are exhaling out. Wow. How much we are exhaling out? 16%. So how much percentage is there in our body? 21 minus 16, nothing but 5%. So, but that 5% is not necessary, because our human body is made up of with trillions of cells, not million, not billion, trillions of cells. So these all cells need oxygen to oxidize the food molecules to release the energy. Okay? Next, nitrogen, same. nitrogen, same. Then what amount of carbon dioxide we are releasing out is nothing but 0.04 percentage. Carbon dioxide we are giving out 0.04 only, because it is a waste gas, the waste gas which is produced in our body. Okay, by diffusion of gases in our body, by when we breathe in air, when we respire, the oxygen goes inside and the carbon dioxide comes out by diffusion process from all the cells. Why carbon dioxide is not necessary in our body means it is a byproduct actually, and it is the waste product produced in our body. It should be expelled out. That's why 0.04% of carbon dioxide is exhaled out. Okay. Next. Actually, who discovered oxygen? Who discovered oxygen? Okay. Who discovered oxygen? Can you say? Who discovered oxygen and in which year? So, two scientists worked on this mixture of gases, that is nothing but in the atmosphere, what gases are present and what gases are needed for human beings to breathe, to survive, to exist on the earth. Nothing but, so oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, so oxygen was before 14th century. So many people don't know what is oxygen and what is carbon dioxide. We are breathing air, but they don't know how is the oxygen present in the atmosphere and what amount of carbon dioxide we are releasing out. Okay, do you understand this? So two persons are there. Before 14th century, the people did not come to know. They know only what is breathing. But after 14th century, they came to know about what is respiration also. Yesterday only I told the differences between breathing and respiration. Breathing means what? Just inhaling and exhaling. But respiration means breathing in air which contains oxygen, combining with food molecules to release energy is called respiration. Okay, so this was happened during 14th century, 14th century and 18th century. During 14th century and 18th century. What happened actually? Until 14th century, the people don't know what is respiration, what is oxygen, what is carbon dioxide. But they came to know after 14th century, means in 15th century or in 17th century or 18th century, right? So, first the oxygen was discovered by Joseph Priestley. Joseph Priestley discovered oxygen in the year 1774. 1774. Only he discovered the gas which is necessary for all living beings to survive on the earth. Joseph Priestley. Understand? Joseph Priestley discovered oxygen gas by conducting some experiments. Simply it is not possible, no. We can't say directly from the atmosphere so and so gas we are breathing in, we are taking in. Okay, so Joseph Priestley conducted experiments, okay, to show that the oxygen is necessary not only for living beings but also it is necessary for burning of non-living things. It is necessary for other non-living things for burning. That only we call as combustion. Combustion, right? So we will see what experiments he conducted. Next, Anthony Lavoisier. Anthony Lavoisier. He also conducted some experiments and he proved that the gas which is necessary for all living organisms, the gas which is necessary for all living organisms is nothing but he named as oxygen. Oxygen. Lavoisier named as oxygen, nothing but in the year 1775. 1775. He named oxygen. Who is Lavoisier? The scientist who named the gas as oxygen, the respirable air. The respirable air. Whatever we are taking in, that gas name he named as oxygen in the year 1775. But Joseph Priestley, he discovered, he invented only the gas which is responsible for all living organisms to breathe and to respire, that is in the year 1774. So 1774 and 1775 comes under which century? 18th century. 18th century. Okay? Picture. Images beta. After 14th century, Anthony Lavoisier. He conducted experiments on the gases. Nothing but first experiment it is. Actually, it is the first experiment. Lavoisier conducted experiment by taking a trough, a trough in which a charcoal was kept. Charcoal means one of the form of coal. One of the form of the coal. Next, for this trough, he introduced one outlet pipe, connected tube to one outlet to another round flask, one outlet for the releasing of gas. Understood? So here the powdered charcoal is burning here. The powdered charcoal is burning. When the powdered charcoal is burning, it releases lot of smoke. Heat energy plus lot of smoke. So powdered charcoal. He conducted experiment on powdered charcoal. But when charcoal was burnt in the presence of air, then it released some
ఫోటో మీద బ్లూ కలర్ వాడండి, మిగతా టైంలో వైట్ వాడండి. వైట్
Okay, children, when powdered charcoal was burnt, it released some smoke. It released some smoke. Means it produced some gas, vapors, smoke. Okay, na? So, nothing but when we burn even a firewood, okay, na? When we burn a firewood or sticks, okay, or any other object, what happens here? A colorless gas will come out. Okay, a colorless gas will come out in the form of a white fumes, like this. So he called that air as fixed gas. He called as chalky acid gas. Okay, na? He called as a chalky acid gas. This is first one. Next, in the level 2, this is level 1. Now in the level 2, he took another compound that is nothing but, another element that is nothing but phosphorus. Phosphorus also, it will be in the carbon form only, black color. Okay. He burnt, instead of charcoal, he want to test with another substance that is called as phosphorus. But when phosphorus is burning, it utilized some air inside it. It utilized some air, a part of the air to burn. Okay, na? Phosphorus burnt in the presence of air, but it consumed little bit of air in that, which it needs. Okay, na? Actually it is a non-living, same like charcoal, phosphorus also non-living, but it consumed a part of the air which is necessary for burning. It consumed means like that, for burning, nothing but what? For combustion. What is combustion? The burning of a substance is called combustion. So now the phosphorus is needed some gas, a type of gas which is present in the air. So it consumed it. Nothing but levies are called that one only as respirable air. And that one only he called as fixed air. That one only he called as fixed air. Next, in the level 3 experiment, Lavoisier burnt one metal. Okay, na? He burnt one metal. When he burnt the metal, it produced carbon dioxide gas. Okay, na? When in the level 3 experiment, Lavoisier burnt one metal. So that metal we can call as one element. So he burnt that one. He burnt means what happened here? Carbon dioxide is released. Carbon dioxide as a waste product is released. Next, by this we can tell that in the exhaled air also, what exhaled air contains? Carbon dioxide. So Lavoisier introduced this carbon dioxide gas. Lavoisier introduced the waste gas which is produced by burning. The waste gas which is produced by burning is nothing but carbon dioxide gas. This carbon dioxide gas is present in our exhaled air also. When exhaled air contains carbon dioxide. Levois are introduced into lime water. But the lime water changed into milky. Lime water changed into milky. So he confirmed that carbon dioxide is a waste product which is present in our body, and also non-living things when they burn also produce byproduct, that is nothing but carbon dioxide as a waste product. Okay. So these are the experiments conducted by Lavoisier. Okay, children. So until 18th century, the people came to know about what is respiration, how it is different from breathing. I told yesterday only in the previous class, what is breathing? Everybody know breathing means inhaling and exhaling. But what is respiration? How our energy is released from our body. That energy, how we are utilizing in different ways. We came to know, and the people, so many people came to know up to 18th century. Okay. Now, the air we are breathing has a pathway. It is having some pathway in the respiratory system. Now we are going to discuss about the pathway of air. The pathway of air in the form of a flow chart. Pathway of air. But before discussing this, everybody should know how many times we breathe in 1 minute or per minute. How many times? Does the rate of respiration changes from childhood to teenage to adult to old age? Yes, compulsory. Small children will breathe more number of times. Okay? But teenage children will breathe average, nothing but when they are reaching to adult. Teenage children will breathe less number of times comparing to adult. But an adult human being breathe 18 times per minute. An adult human being breathes 18 times per minute. Okay? That one we will discuss again according to the age gap between the children to adulthood, right? But what is pathway of air? In pathway of air, I yesterday told you in the previous class, first our breathing starts through nose. Breathing through nose is a good habit. So, nose. Nose. What does the nose contains? Nostrils. What does the nose contains? Nostrils. Nostrils opens into nasal cavity. From nasal cavity, okay, the air, whatever we are breathing, oxygen in the air, passes to pharynx. Next, from pharynx, it enters into larynx. Okay, na? From larynx, it enters into trachea. From trachea, it enters into bronchus. From bronchus, it enters into bronchioles. From bronchioles, it ends to with alveoli, and finally blood. Understood everybody? The pathway of air flow chart. The pathway of air flow chart. Pathway of air starts from nose, which leads into, which opens, nose contains what, Nana? Nostrils. What are nostrils again? The two openings which are present in the nose are called nostrils. Okay? And in the nostrils only you can see hairs are present. What the hairs will do? What is their function? The hairs prevent dust particles entering into the larynx. Nostrils opens into nasal cavity. What is the nasal cavity? The open space which is present in the nose is called as nasal cavity. Nasal cavity further opens into pharynx. What is pharynx again? In the digestive system I told you, pharynx is nothing but a junction for food and air passages. A junction for food and air passages. Now the pharynx opens into larynx. Pharynx opens into esophagus in digestive system, but pharynx opens into larynx in respiratory system or respiratory tract. This larynx opens into trachea. What is actually larynx? It is also called sound box. Sound box. Next, what is trachea? Windpipe. It is also called windpipe. This trachea, windpipe, which is made up of with cartilages, okay, the soft bone, opens into bronchi. Bronchi is plural for bronchus. Okay, you know, in human beings, in the chest cavity, windpipe, trachea will divide into two branches in the lungs. Those two branches are called as bronchi. But bronchi ends with again a number of branches called as bronchioles. A tiny branches called as bronchioles. These bronchioles ends with a small bag-like structures called as alveoli. Alveoli, another name is air sacs. You know, millions of air sacs are present in the lungs. Millions of air sacs are present in the lungs. Where they are connected now? Alveoli is nothing but air sacs. They are further connected to blood. Nothing but blood capillaries. Okay, na? Alveoli are connected to blood capillaries. Understand? Next, from the blood capillaries through the cells, the oxygen, whatever we are breathing in, the arrow marks shows that oxygen is going inside our body, inside the respiratory system, into the lungs, from the lungs to blood capillaries. In the blood capillaries, when the oxygen goes in, carbon dioxide comes out through diffusion process. Which process? Through diffusion process. So now we have to show that how oxygen is coming out from the blood capillaries. Okay, with a down arrow mark, right? The down arrow mark indicates the carbon dioxide as a waste product from the blood cells coming out through nose. From blood to alveoli, alveoli to bronchioles, bronchioles to bronchi, bronchi to trachea, trachea to larynx, larynx to pharynx, pharynx to nasal cavity, nostrils, and last through nose it will be expelled out. Okay, so now let us draw a carbon dioxide coming out. Okay, carbon dioxide is coming out. The carbon dioxide is expelled out. Okay, children? So this is the pathway of air. But children, you have to remember that I already told you only 21% of oxygen we are taking in. 21% of oxygen we are taking in. But we are exhaling out 16%. Only 5% is entered into our body. But our body needs more amount of oxygen actually, but it is a high highly impossible for so many members. But it can be possible by doing yoga, physical exercises, mainly yoga and meditation. If you do, then your concentration will be only on inhalation and exhalation. So already I told you the external world is different and the internal world, what is present in our body, is different. We have to breathe properly to maintain healthy and activeness to our body cells, because they will function properly and the metabolic activity also will increases, and it helps our body to maintain stability and equilibrium in all processes. So we will meet you in the next class with another topic. Thank you, children.